Hi there and welcome. If you're new, if you are tagging along on this journey with me, welcome back to Solely Creations. My name is Esenia. Here on my channel, we plan, we get organized, budget, we cash plan, and we cash stuff. If those are things that interest you, I really hope that you follow along for more. Hi there and welcome. Here we are together again. And for today's video, we are going to be doing our normal weekly and daily planning. I am going to do things a little bit different by going through the wallet and the business planner with you guys and kind of go through and see what needs to be archived. I've already got next week's planned for the business. I can also give you a little look-see at how that looks. And then we'll do the weekly and daily planning for the personal planner. So super excited to be here. I hope that you guys are all having a great week. I'm having a great week. It's just been a lot different than last week. A lot more smooth and not so chaotic. We also got to spend some time with the family, which was really nice. Had a little birthday celebration. Got the girls out for a little bit, which I know they appreciated, to see their cousins and things like that, so it was nice. We are gonna jump right in and start with the wallet. We also had to get some yard work done. The monsoon has just turned our backyard into a jungle. And so we went out and sprayed and got those weeds under control, and then as they die, we'll go out there and pick them. Weeds are like the worst part of yard work. Okay, so I've got some things that I got planned to do next week. I'm still using the daily log in the wallet, which is awesome because it kind of just lets me go through at the end of the night, sort of reflect, take notes on what's going on in my brain, and if it's something that I want to add to the planner, or if it's something that I just want to talk about. That's usually what I use the daily log for. So we'll have to plan for next week on that one. And then let's see what we got back here. Yeah, archive these. It's not really like a journal type thing because it is based off of what I did for the day or what I want to do for the upcoming weeks, so tasks that I want to get out of the way and things like that, or tasks that I wanted to get done. Okay, so we are planning for the 19th? The 19th through the 25th. And this I don't really make look too pretty because I wanted there to be more space to be able to take notes. So I made the boxes a lot longer than like the dailies and the weeklies. Let's do and it's nice. It is working. It's definitely something that I'll keep using in my routine here. That's pretty much it. I don't do too much sticker usage, just pen, a little bit of color, and then I'll go through, like, depending on what was needed to be done that day or things that I need to plan that I didn't remember when I was doing my weekly planning, then I'll just do a quick note there and then use that as an end of the night little reflection. Awesome. And then I do have some things. I've got to stop by Home Depot to get some light bulbs. Our stove light bulb went out, and I know those are very specific light bulbs, so I'll take a look and see. And then just a few things from the grocery store. I did my major grocery shopping order today online. We got that picked up and everything. But for like watermelon and cucumbers, I want to get those a little bit more fresh for when I need them later on in the week. Wish list. So I don't know if I showed you, but I did add back in July, I did finally write down the orange Moterm, because I know I talked about, you know, getting for my cash planning binders, wanting to get the orange Moterm, and then when I've made the freebies, which are linked in the description, I made a pocket-sized insert, and it was very tempting to get a pocket planner. So I did write that on finally on here. I'll do some shopping, looking around, see if it's something that I do want to get or just something that I'll leave on my wish list for the future. But I am tempted to get a pocket. Nothing. I did the banking review for the end of the day today, so there's nothing that I need to do there. Cool. So wallet is done. And then I'll go ahead and archive these while we're at it. These go down as dailies. It's very satisfying to fill up these little tins with all the inserts. About a third of the way filled already. Okay, then we go on to the business. And take out what needs to be archived. Got everything planned for next week, what I need to get done. I was able to get a meet and greet done over the week, last week, and fill one of the kiddo positions that ended last week, so it's nice. They're starting next week. Nothing there. And then I also have a visit coming up next week, which was actually supposed to happen last week, and they rescheduled. And so they're gonna come this week. So we got everything done from last week. And then I've already got through the 19th and the 25th planned. Just did some greens and some maroons with some fancy washi on there. And then dailies. Look, that's the daily. So, I mean, even the weekly. But that's how nutso last week was. I'm not about it. I mean, it got to the point where, look, I had to start writing tasks on a sticky on the back because I ran out of space. I don't want my weeks to be that crazy. Goodness gracious. Oh, I didn't mark this off. Yeah, so last week I was a little out of my brain with everything. But I got everything done. I stuck to the schedule. I was able to keep up with last minute things that had to get added because the kiddo that I lost last week, who moved on, their last day was supposed to be the 16th, but she ended up leaving the 14th. So, you know, I had her last day celebration and cupcakes and things like that planned. Group photo, you know, artwork that I wanted to give to her family for all the photos that I taken. I had everything planned for the 16th, and then they told me that they were leaving town on the 14th, and so I had to move everything up, and it kind of just made everything crazy. But I was able to keep up with it, so that's good. Writing it down helped. And then I've already got planned for next week, already piling up the well, you know, Sunday is the usual. That's how busy I typically am on Sunday, so that's no surprise. But I'm already filling up on tasks that I need to do for next week. Hopefully I don't have to use a sticky. And then we've got expenses, socials planned. So that's what last week looked like. And we stuck to it. And then this is what next week looks like. Got our activities planned, what we're gonna do. We're gonna do cute self-portraits for our show and tell activity. And then we're gonna do some adding for our educational activities. So I'm excited about that. And then, of course, there's Sharpie. And that's what this upcoming week is looking like. I don't know, I think I was feeling the green. I'm feeling a green mood this week. Our schedules. And then next week, I like the boldness of the rose there. Looks really good. Okay, so socials. That was last week. And then that's what next week looks like. Sticking to the yellow sunflower for August. Awesome. Did a cute little journal entry for the kiddo that left. She was such a sweet little thing. 2-year-old who had a curious mind and, you know, eagerness to learn. Was very helpful when it comes to, you know, wanting to teach him those important things and get him on board with the learning environment. She was all for it, already starting to write and color in the lines. Miss her. Okay, so we've got the business sorted. Archive these ones. It's crazy how we're already coming up to the end of August. Have to start planning and preparing for September setup, which I am excited for. Oranges and yellows and browns and greens. Gotta get some new deco for the dashboards and things ready, which also will be something that I'll add to the Google Drive for you guys. if you ever want to use those to make some dashboards for the fall season. Alright, so then next we're going to get into the planning for next week for the personal. Okay, so the personal planner. And then this is the color scheme that I've picked out, and then stickers that I've got planned, and then I'm also going to be using some stamps for this one. See how those come out. And then of course we're going to archive week before. I love these magnetic or ollie clips. I want to find more that have that sort of sparkly look to them. Maybe in like gray or maybe a navy blue. Contemplating that, but I've been doing some shopping like on Amazon, Etsy. I haven't really seen anything that really captures my interest, but I'll keep looking. Okay, so planning for the 19th through the 25th. Truly Nolan did come out, so I do need to write that total down when I look. Nothing I need to plan. Something scary, which I don't know if it happens everywhere, but in Arizona for rainy season or monsoon, it's quite common for critters that you're not used to show up. I mean, we've already had issues with the snake, and we uncovered some termites growing. We're, you know, still setting up the gazebos and furniture out there. So there were some boxes left, and it rained and it poured. And when we looked, yep, there were termites underneath. I freaked out, called my bug guy. He made me feel better because he said that was perfectly normal for the type of season that we're in, just to like clear the cardboard and the boxes and things that they're attracted to. But with them being so far away from the home that we didn't have to worry about it, I'm like, come on, what else? What other critter can we expect to find out there? We've also had, you know, the tarantulas, the black widows, and I'm like, okay, what next? Okay, so that was last week. It's archived. I do have to feel grateful though, because I mean, it could be worse. We had a bear on the loose a few months ago, walking around the city limits, and then we have like javelinas who walk around openly in the middle of the night across the highway. And we have mountain lions. Those are pretty big here in our area because we're like in mountain territory. So it could be worse. I mean, we could have a mountain lion back there. Alright, so we're gonna start with the weekly for next week. Let's see what color. Let's do this pretty purple. You guys have to, if you want, share what kind of critters you guys are used to. I feel like I'm running into a new one every other day. What's something that's common in your area that you're like, it's just a Tuesday? It was really nice to spend time with the family this weekend. We haven't done that in a really long time. It was my husband's brother's birthday, and so the family gathered, did some barbecuing, hung out. We actually stayed a lot longer than we normally do, just because, like, with the girls, they're so young still, and it's like we don't want to keep them out all hours of the night, but also we don't want to just leave them and, you know, go out and do things just because we want to do things. So, but yeah, they were able to hang. We didn't go home until about close to 2. But the moment that, you know, we got through the door, they were passed out and then slept really late the next day, which is out of the normal for them because they have had the same schedule since birth. That's something that I really wanted to instill, to make sure that that's something that they were used to. And yeah, they've stuck to it, so their body wakes them up right at about 6:37 every morning, and they're in bed between 7:30 and 8. So it's nice. It's something that, you know, they can rely on. It's something we can rely on, especially for things that we want to do. Have some downtime in the evening. Let's see what is coming due next week. Okay, the 19th is YouTube. And then Spotify on the 23rd. I love Spotify. And then the 24th is our anniversary. We have this sort of family outing that we do for our anniversary. My husband and I take the girls to a restaurant that we really like in a smaller town in our area. It's a pizza spot, a very unique, not something that you can get, you know, our local pizza places like Domino's and things like that. I should probably start testing these because I don't really pay attention to how dark they can be. That's not too bad, but okay, so that's what's due next week. Ooh, gas is also due. Her big bills are coming up in the next 2 weeks, like gas, electric. And we'll be doing our end of the month budget with me. Okay, so that's what's due. Anything that needs to be transferred. Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna do, let's do our sticker action, and this one is so pretty. I really just liked the butterfly, but I mean also the color of the flower is pretty. We're gonna try out these stamps that I got these years ago and use them for my bullet journaling spreads. I'll have to find them and see if I can link them. I don't even know what that says. Story of something. Okay, what looks cute? Cutesy cutesy. I like this one. I also like that one. Let's do this one. Okay, and then I just use this acid-free ink pad, which is nice. Easy to use, just dab it. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby actually. Okay, where do we want it to go? Definitely do one there, maybe one there and one there. Yeah. The only like thing I worry about with these stamps is that they have, you know, the outer that also gets inked. So I try not to get the border of it. So sometimes I can do it a little too light, but that's okay, it's cute. Cute. I can even layer this. I like layering. Let's do this one. I think that one's really cute. Layer that one here. Cute. And then we're gonna do a sticker. Do a sticker in this corner, maybe that corner. I've been looking forward to this all week. I just really like this time, where I can just hang out, plan, chat, and not get interrupted 50 million times by the girls. Which, don't get me wrong, I love hearing what they have to say, but then you try to say something. Oh, I lost the other piece. Blends. When you try to respond and then they cut you off, it's like, oh, okay, well, cool. You just talk, I'll listen. Do it here? No. Do it up here. I fall in love more and more with these stickers. They work so well and they're so pretty. I love the colors. Okay. And then we'll do some filling here. Just a cute little addition there, add some color. Okay, now what we need to plan. And nothing to note just yet. Actually, yes, there's something to note. Our home warranty expires the end of September, so I want to make note of that. Because I was thinking I need to go in and renew it this month, but I don't have to renew it until closer to the end of September. And then we also have to remove some septic coverage. Because our trash and sewer goes through the city, so we don't need to have coverage for that. I also have these cute gel pens that I don't get to use too often. I'm gonna try to use this and see how it looks. And they're glittery and pretty. I thought that was a nice little touch. I don't know if you guys are like this, but I press down really hard when I write. I sometimes get indents when I write in my fingers because of how hard I'm holding the pen, which kind of makes the ink skip sometimes, so I just have to be mindful of that. Cute. I have to use those more often. Okay, what do we need to do? So we are at pay period 4. So in between this week and next is when I'll be doing the budgeting. Add some more money to our envelopes. Woohoo! Pretty. Cool, I like it. All right, I think that's all we need to add for our week planning. So next we'll do our daily planning. And those are just more detailed. Like, this is just something that I can look at quickly and say, okay, yeah, what bills are coming out, what pay periods to look forward to, so that I can coordinate budgeting, what we're doing on the weekends, and then any major activities that I need to be mindful of. And then this was daily last week. Also gonna do else. Okay, actually really quick before I move on to the dailies, I always forget. On the weeklies, I like to write the next week's temperature. And then that just helps with, you know, preparing outfits and outdoor activities we're going to do. Okay, daily and wellness. And then we'll do orange with this one. Now, as far as what's working well, just sort of a little insert reflection. I'm staying consistent, so the inserts that I'm using are obviously working really well. And I always praise about how I like this layout as far as the week information and then priorities, to-dos, and notes, and it's all on one insert. One, less paper I have to print. Two, less that I have to turn to and fro in my planner. Like if I really need to find something, if I'm in a hurry and I need to schedule something, you know, planning it and preparing it is where I take the time, where I don't rush myself to complete these things. But when I'm going through during the week and actually putting it, you know, putting into action what I do and how I plan and schedule things, it's something that I need to be able to turn to quickly and then insert what I need to insert. So it is nice to have everything on one insert. And I think that's what's helping me stay consistent too. On top of the fact that I want to plan. Okay, so we'll put schedules, which is primarily what the dailies are. It's just a very detailed description of how each day is going in the week. And my husband's schedule's pretty consistent too, which is nice. He's still going through training at the new company, which is a few months just to get him on page with the way that they run their systems and things like that. Oops, poopy, I made a mess. I'll do that. I'm gonna get lost. So, I mean, the majority of information that he's learning, he already knows. He's just got to know how everybody does things differently, adapt to the way that they do things. But it is nice that his schedule is about consistent as mine because it helps with planning things, like if he needs to take the girls to doctor's appointments and things like that. I can imagine how it's going to look when the girls start school. So it is a nice thing that we're getting on a schedule where we'll be able to tweak here and there as far as like drop-offs and pickups and things like that to include for the girls when they start school. I do like to get the details written on here first, like the important details, before I start decorating. I noticed that I do that a little bit differently between the weekly and the daily, because I want to make sure that I can fit everything before I start getting decoration happy. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And I really want to use this sticker, so I've got to figure out, let's see, I can probably squeeze the notes to do sort of a get that butterfly in here because I'm obsessed with that butterfly. Yeah, I should be able to squeeze. Cute. I got a little bit off the edge here. And then the other piece. Pretty. Okay, so something I always forget to do is meals. So Monday. Okay. Do I need that one? No. Use this one. Pretty. So nothing too much planned for tomorrow. Just check here. I have been putting this task off for a while. If I'm not too busy tomorrow. No, let's do it Tuesday, just to play it safe. I need to shred our mail and my old bullet journals. And then wellness. There are dots there. They're just hard to see. Okay, so daily wellness done. So we are going to archive these. And then put these in the pins. And I'm actually going to keep the grocery. I like to keep the grocery just because it helps with planning for future weeks, because groceries are just nutso. So I really just want to stick to getting things that we actually use and cut out the frivolous spending. My husband is a snacker, so he's not too happy about the something's stuck. He's not too happy about the chippy control. Alrighty. So we got everything planned. Did a little planner cleanup. If you are here with me to now, I really appreciate you sticking around and hanging out with me. Hopefully you were able to get some planning done of your own, or ideas for your own planning. That is the ultimate goal, is to, you know, inspire you and plan together. We can learn from each other. So I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Anything you want to leave in the comments, it's always open. If you'd like to continue on this journey with me and you are not already a subscriber, I really hope you consider subscribing. Until next time, guys. Bye.